Yes, right. Tell either blue or red. Exactly pattern दे रखा है, either blue और red है. Exactly evaporation he choose cell. यानी कि right now its color from red to blue to red. On 10 degree ये हुआ. आवाज आ रही है सही? राइट। हाउ डू वी अप्रोच? इस पैटर्न वाला क्वेश्चन। ये ऑपरेशंस लाइक राइट। नो, नो, लाइक थिंक। राइट गाइस, नाउ आई थिंक you can hear me well. So right. Yes, लाइक क्वेश्चन दे रखा था, उसमें मैट्रिक्स दे रखी है एरे। राइट। मैट्रिक्स वन साइड का विल राइट अब इसमें मैट्रिक्स दे रखी है, राइट। मैट्रिक्स दे रखी है एरे, राइट। एन इंटू एन में, राइट। राइट। दिख क्यों नहीं रहा भाई? राइट। एरे एन इंटू एन तो दे रखे है इसके अंदर। अब लाइक ईच सेल है जिसकी मैट्रिक्स है कलर वैल्यू। एक सेकंड, दूसरे में ऑर्गेनाइज वाइट बोर्ड, वाइट बोर्ड, वाइट बोर्ड। कहाँ गया यार वो, क्या नाम से था उसका? नाम पता नहीं यार, एम से था क्या? हाँ ये रहा, एक्सलेंट, राइट राइट। राइट। और उसके अंदर दे रखा है और मैट्रिक्स दे रखी है इसके अंदर, राइट। अब ईच सेल है जो, ईच सेल, ईच सेल है जो इन दी मैट्रिक्स हैज अ कलर and value, right? Each seller, and now like you can change a cells using, right, using one operations, right, one operations, right. And you want the matrix to look the same after a 180-degree rotation, that is rotational symmetric, right? So like when we rotate a matrix 180-degree, right, so the element at position ij goes to goes to n minus I minus 1, right? And n 1, right? This happen. And for example, 3 into 3 matrix, right? If like positions, like this is positions and this is rotates, अब जिसमें like 0 into 0 ले लेते हैं, सेकंड ले लेते हैं 0 1, राइट, एंड 1 0 लेते हैं, थर्ड एंड fourth is 1 1, right? So this will rotate, so then we will become 2 2, right? Then 2 1, right? And 1 2 and 1 1, because 1 1 is not enough, right? If both corresponding cells have a different values, it means they break the symmetry. So to fix that, you need at least one operation can change one cell to match the other, right? Right. So I think you would like to code, right? I understand what is this, right? But also how this happened coding wrong. One side, guys. So firstly, include, right, and using namespace std define log, and then first like int value, right? While the, right, then like to, now this happened, right? For like this t, right? This t is number of test cases, right? For each test cases, you like, so n is the like size of square matrix and k is number of allowed operations. right. So 1 second, guys. So now we like to read the n into n pattern matrix, right? Like to loop for slash and is equal to 0, right? And then we like to do like j के लिए कर देते हैं 0 and j, right? Now like this just store the pattern in array, right? For the like where we go down the read and into and pattern matrix, right? So this stores, right? And third, we would like to counting mismatches, right? So the count the number mismatch cells, right? So for right, so this is like compare cell with its 180 degree, right? So if son n minus j, so like So like each mismatch is counted twice, right? So here we go, we write the code. So like what's happening for like each cell ij compared to its 180 degree counterpart n minus 1 minus 1 and n minus j minus 1, right? G minus 1, right? So if they differ, increment cnt, right? And if every mismatch is counted twice, once from each side, so divided by 2, right? So thus like cnt is equal to minimum number of cells you must change to make matrix rotationally symmetric, right? Now we like to decision logic. Now we have cnt like minimum fix needed and key available operation, right? सो यार इसमें दो केसेस होंगे डिसीजन लॉजिक में. लाइक फर्स्ट वन इज नॉट इनफ ऑपरेशन. लाइक इफ सी एंड टी ग्रेटर देन के, सो काउंट नो, राइट? काउंट नो हो जाएगा. सो इफ द मिसमैच नीडेड मोर देन के चेंजेस, इम्पॉसिबल प्रिंट नो, राइट? और सेकंड केस होएगा इनफ ऑपरेशन. इफ लाइक सी एन टी लेस देन इक्वल टू के, देर आर टू सब केसेस. लाइक एल्स एल्स कर देंगे, एल्स temp में कर देंगे. Like after fixing all mismatches, we might have some extra operation left temp. Now the logic checks if the extra moves can still keep symmetry, right? So like we know like, so now we like to code, right? Oh my god, और विंडो, तुम्हें विंडो नहीं दिख रही थी सबलाइम की? एक सेकंड यार. एक सेकंड. जरा देख के बताओ यार. मैं तो कर ही जाया था यार. Right. Now, like you can, no, you can see it or not. Tell me. Like check if the number of mismatches can be right. Right, can be correct with K operation, right? So I'm not right. So like if CNT, so count else these are like calculate, right? Right. So now would like to like handling remaining moves, right? So we will do like if temp is even, so if temp divided by 2 is equal to 0, so count yes हो जाएगा. So even number of leftover operation like say, right? So you can't waste operation symmetrically. Example, flip two symmetric cells twice, right? अगर temp odd हो गया, temp odd हो गया, तो else like if n if n divided by 2 is equal to 0, तो count no हो जाएगा, तो else count. Yes, right. So whenever left operation are odd, if n is odd, there's center cell n by two n by two that doesn't affect symmetry. Like you can use extra operation on it. Is still symmetric? Yes, right. Like if n is even, no such cell exists. Like you can spend an odd move symmetrically. No, right? No. So like and now we like to right. So this is check if the remaining if we like if the remaining operation can be used to make pattern symmetric, right? Remaining operations, right? I will like only for this, and if this time I will earlier do right. So even number of operation left, right? This will I earlier said as like if and right. So we like to time what is the like time complexity, right? Firstly, we will copy the code because right. Okay, right. Now I think you understand what I say. And the time complexity big O n square, like because each cell is like visited once, right? And the second like space complexity is like also big O n square because matrix storage, right? And like if you say like how we can idea like, तो firstly यार मैट्रिक्स कर दो रोटेशन, इस मैट्रिक्स रोटेशन लाइक, फिर ऑब्जर्वेशन करो, फिर काउंट मिसमैचेस करो, फिर कंपेयर कोस टू के करो, किसी एंटी ग्रेटर देन है लेस देन है, राइट, देन what to do to with leftover, like leftover is even तो okay, if leftover is odd तो only okay if the center cell, right, and then you like to get output. Let me see, I think रन तो हो जाना चाहिए। मुझे नहीं लगता कंपाइलेशन एरर। 27, ओके, 27, गड़बड़ घोटाला हो जाते हैं टाइप मिस्टेक, राइट। सो यार क्या कर सकते हैं यार, ये आदत छूटती तो नहीं है। So now we can see, I think this will run, right. Right. How this will run? Your template teleporters. Teleporters easy version. Give me guys, give me guys 2 seconds, guys. I'm coming. Right. I'm drinking water. Right. Hmm. So now, I think we can try it. Teleporter, like the only difference between easy and hard versions are the location you can teleport to. मतलब भाई हार्ड वाला कर रहे नहीं, easy वाला तो आज ही कर रहे हैं. Like consider the points 0, 1 to n, right, on the number line. This is a teleporter located on each of the points 1 to n. At point I, you can do the following, like move left 1 unit, it costs 1 coin, move right 1 unit, it costs 1 coin. Use teleporter at point I if exist, if cost AI coins as a result. You teleport to point 0 since realize once you are teleporter you can't use it again, right? So you can see coins and you start at point what the most number of teleporters you can use. इनपुट हो गया. प्रॉब्लम क्या कह रहा है, n teleporter है placed in a line at position like 1 to n. Right. And each teleporter I has a cost xi, and you start from position 0 and have sequence. To use teleporter I, you must move to position I and consistent and cones one per step, right? So you must pay teleporter cost xi. Okay, right. अब यार to use teleporter, राइट, अगर ये टेलीपोर्टर यूज करना है ना, तो हमें मूव करना पड़ेगा पोजीशन आई, राइट, सो वन पर स्टेप. एंड ऑल्सो वी मस्ट टेलीपोर्टर कॉस्ट लेते एक्स आई, राइट. और द टोटल इफेक्टिव हो गया कॉस्ट आई इज इक्वल टू आई प्लस एक्स आई, राइट. So like you can use teleporters in any order, but your total coin spent must not exceed C. Am I, you understand right what I'm saying? So the task is of a task here why you find maximum number of teleporters करना है, right? So यार अब यार देखना है तो ब्रूट फोर्स में कैसे आएगा. ब्रूट फोर्स में like we can do like all possible subset. of teleporter to see which combination fits within C and give max count, right? But like for each subset, some effective cost and choose the one with most teleporter as then equal to C. बट इसमें बीगो टू एन आ जाएगा जो नॉट फिजिबल है बिकॉज एन ग्रेटर देन 20 है. ये एक्सपोनेंशियल से हो जाता है ब्रूट फोर्स अगर होता नहीं तो. बट यार व्हाट अबाउट बेटर. बट व्हाट अबाउट बेटर अप्रोच ये शॉर्ट प्लस प्रीफिक्स सम चेक. Like you can we can use like pre-compute prefix sum of sorted cost to quickly, but find how many you can take. ये भी सही है यार. So अब यार बेटर अप्रोच में यूज होगा शॉर्ट कॉस्ट डॉट राइट कॉस्ट डॉट लेते एंड देन कॉस्ट डॉट एंड कर देते. राइट और फिर वही वेक्टर कर फिर प्रीफिक्स कर देते. प्रीफिक्स आई कर देते. प्रीफिक्स आई का तो हो गया. आई प्लस कॉस्ट का ले लेते. राइट देन we like to binary search for largest k, right? बट इसमें प्रीफिक्स के है जो लेस देन इक्वल टू होना चाहिए सी. और इसमें यार टाइम कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी कितना टाइम कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी होता है बिगो एन लॉग एन फॉर सॉर्टिंग, राइट? बाइनरी सर्च करे बिगो लॉग एन हो जाता. बिगो एन लॉग एन हो जाता टोटल. कर ऑप्टिमल में क्या है. सो लाइक ऑप्टिमल में क्या सोच रहा हो. ऑप्टिमल में ग्रेडी अप्रोच से हो सकता था. लाइक ग्रेडी से और शॉर्टिंग से हो सकता था ऑप्टिमल. हाँ क्योंकि सॉर्टिंग इंश्योर कर देता वी विल ऑलवेज पिक टेलीपोर्टर इन चीपेस्ट ऑर्डर एंड लाइक 10,000 so sorting no combination skipping gives better results since all costs are positive. बट बेटर अप्रोच भी ठीक है एफिशिएंट है. राइट
ये डायरेक्ट कोड कोड ही करते हैं यार। इसका इतना तो समझ आ गया। ऑप्टिमल ग्रेडी से होगा। Let's do the code. तो होगा। सेकंड कंप्यूट इफेक्टिव कोड फॉर ईच टेलीपोर्टर। सेकंड में सेकंड स्टेप यही है, कंप्यूट करेंगे इफेक्टिव कोस्ट को फॉर ईच टेलीपोर्टर। राइट। So for so if you ask like why do you like I plus x, like yes, so you must vote to teleporter I is like cost is equal to I, right? And pay to use it cost is equal to x. That's why I hence like total I plus x, right? And the third step sort the cost by like we are arranging teleporter from cheapest to most expensive, so you can greatly take the least costly first and maximize counting. Die is equal to 0. So index to thread through sorted costs. The first step, like, use as many as possible, right? So and answer is equal to 0, right? This is for like the counter for the number of teleporter, right? And then like to use teleporters, what we said earlier, right? So deduct the cost from the petrol, right? And then the like answer, right? This is because like you keep using teleporter until you run out of coins, right? So this is classic greedy approach, right? So this is like always spend coins on the cheapest remaining teleporter. That's why we write. And then second, like stop when the next one cannot afford it, right? Then like count, right? That's like so. That is the question. So we would like to copy the code. So we would like to submit the code. There is some mistakes. Can't compile file and oh shit, man. I'm not. No, not writing from the. 1 second, guys. थोड़ी गलती हो गया. From handle, right? This is happened, right? And then like to int man ये तो लिखा ही नहीं. Int man, right? Like if and dev, and nt is equal to 1 t, and then we like to while Right. Now this, I think this will going to do. This will, I think, run it right because I've not done such a mistakes from the silly mistakes or the mistakes. Have to do submit the code. Then this will accepted. Runtime error. Runtime error on test one. Runtime error on test one. Still, any mistake I can do. What type of mistake I can do? Like, this is the runtime error. Count. शॉर्ट का भी ठीक है यार. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Slightly water. Top right. No, I think copy. I don't think any mistake. But we'll avoid the like these type of silly mistakes. Think this will be accepted. Right. Right. So yes, guys. Now I can. Right. Yes. Now I now I ended the live stream. Right. Please, guys, subscribe my channel and give your support. Right. And then like if you actually liking my video and you will understand what I say and you also give me a feedback like I'm like कि मैं कैसे समझाऊँ दूसरों को कि anyway right. I know I'm not good at to understand about you, but I try to give. So after experiences, then I will learn how to deal how to deal this, right? So yes, right, guys.